Happy Aloha Friday, I'm Kibo Kahuano.
And this is Ikaika Kahuano.
Along with Leilani Kupahu Marino.
Aloha.
Po'ai Lincoln is coming soon.
There's Po'ai.
And also we have some special guests that are going to be joining us. And our fearless engineer holding the camera actually is Min, who does all of the technical stuff. Welcome to the Aloha Friday Morning Show. Thank you very much for joining us on AM 940, am940hawaii.com, and iHeartRadio.
That's right, and soon to be the Aloha Friday Facebook page.
Woohoo! All
Coming
right.
soon, in progress,
Okay.
under construction.
Okay, under construction. Okay.
And our Twitter feed, which is also coming soon.
Okay, cool.
Aloha Friday on Twitter.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
It's happening.
Don't go now because nothing's happening.
It's just under construction.
When are you going to get it up?
I'll get it up by the end of the weekend.
End of the weekend?
Yep,
Okay.
by Sunday.
Okay. Let's see now. This show is brought to you by?
The Pacific Center for Economic Development and its Peloton companies.
Yes, aloha to Aimoka McClellan, Harvey Kim, and to all of the great staff and execs who are part of this wonderful company that has grown since 2005. It's just been tremendous. And part of that is being able to do this radio show to give back to the community.
Yeah.
Right?
And I also like the graphic that you have on your shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
The hook.
The
yeah.
hook?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Harvey's son.
Yeah, that made that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool,
Cool.
logo.
Cool logo.
Yeah, for Pacific Center.
Because we like being cool, you know, when you in business, but something that captures the essence of our past and bringing it to another step.
And
with the
I had
future.
the privilege of seeing the actual hook that Harvey's son made.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
At a Peloton meeting.
that's right. It's right there in the office, by the way.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, so what's happening? What was happening for you this,
Oh, well,
as far as the news is concerned? Anything?
Well, it was a big week.
Yeah.
Well, there was the airline crash that happened. That was unfortunate.
Everybody talked about that. The fact that so many people survived.
Yeah, so I told Kamwala actually just left for Georgia
Uh-huh.
to go visit Haku and the Keikis and also to do some touring in Nashville.
Okay.
To do some recording and touring in Nashville. And so I told him before he gets on the flight, make sure that you go to the cockpit and ask them if they're in training. If they're in training, leave the flight.
Man, what is
You know?
that?
Yeah.
43 hours. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Well, 43 hours is all relative, right? You get your experience with the different planes, you get 43 hours. But basically, when you're a new pilot, you're not alone. The other guy's supposed to be having your back. Okay?
So I guess it was just, I don't know, it happened.
Yeah, it
happened,
failed.
and it was you know.
There was failure there. So, and then people are talking about a lot of different trials, right?
Well, there's
local
several.
trial, a local happening. And now the word has come out. You know, the word haole has come out, and other expletives before.
That's a big
So
shocker.
in that case, so we'll see what happens with that. Nationally, okay, did the guy kill the Trayvon Martin, or is it a case of self-defense, or now the judge says, hey, manslaughter is also a possibility. So now the jury has to think about that.
Well, they're still deliberating and
Yeah.
Doing what the jury does, which is deliberate.
And
so,
people are going over and over and over again. We won't do that to you. Okay?
Yeah.
But that's what's happening.
And then of course Snowden is still hiding out somewhere.
He wants to go to Russia. Snowden wants to go to Russia. Yeah, you can go to Russia if you can get there, buddy. Oh man.
In this day and age of social media and
Yeah.
These technological advances, I'm surprised he's able to kind of fly sort of under the radar, so to speak. I mean,
Well, something's up with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Doesn't sound right. It isn't right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right.
Some things it sounds like it's crazy.
And then of course there was the police raise that was in the news. That was kind of a big story this week.
The police raise.
Yeah, 17% over 4 years. I was like, whoa.
Well, yeah, that's actually, but when you divide it up, right, over 4 years.
Right, but it was supposed to be 4% over 4 years, so it was kind of like where's the money gonna come from kind of thing.
Yeah, because you can give all the raise you want. You can say policy says we're going to do this.
Right.
But if you don't have the funds, guess what? No can't.
Yeah. So
Then you get strike. Then you get a lot more complications. People spending money. It's just crazy.
Well, I saw one of the big articles in the news for me today. Of course, is the saga of the rail continues. The drama of the Honolulu rail.
They're still talking about that.
Well, here's the thing.
I thought the rail is like being done.
Well, did you know that it's actually set to go from Kapolei to Ala Moana? So that's the issue now.
Eventually.
Well, no, that's the issue. They're trying to say, well, initially we devised this thing to make it go from kapolei to UH. Yeah. I mean, it was supposed to be more for students.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of like.
And originally, the first transit system, when you think about it, was the train, and the train went everywhere. It went farther than this rail transit is going to go.
Yeah.
So the original train went farther.
Huh.
Okay. When you think around the Mokule area.
I do think that both are important.
Yeah.
I do think that you probably should have a stop that goes to Ala Moana, you know, just like a little capillary that comes off the main artery there, and then one that goes to UH. I think those are two very important places, and also Pro Ridge.
Well, what was the idea? The idea was to connect
the West
University
and
of Hawaii and University of Hawaii West Campus.
Right, that was the initial concept.
Yeah, initial concept, to be able to do that. And then it's gone through, a lot of different things. And if you look at other rail transit systems, and you were in D.C.
I was.
So there's a lot of rail there.
Yeah, the metro. They call it the metro. And of course,
is it good?
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
It's great. It's nice and clean. I mean, because I lived in New York and DC, two places that both have, highly sophisticated rail systems.
New York, man.
New York.
I went on the rail transit system like 60s, okay? In New York, the subway system.
Yeah.
And, frankly, we had to dress up. Like, we look like, guys who belong in business. Otherwise, people bother you.
You get the business.
Yeah, you get the business, that's for sure.
They give you the business.
So it's crazy.
Yeah, but when I was living there, I mean, it was like night and day. The NYC subway system versus the DC Metro. It was much cleaner, the DC Metro versus the subway.
Okay, so let's go to Coffee Bean.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because everybody drinks coffee, and we're getting coffee from all over the world. But Big Island fight against coffee pests gets $1 million in federal aid. $1 million in federal aid. That's a good starter fund.
That's right. Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean? It takes money.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of money. So hopefully this is a start of something that would be happening. And we got still got a lot of crimes. People stabbing each other. A guy stabbed another guy. People are looking at things that are happening on the neighbor islands. It's crazy.
Well, I wanted to comment on the bug issue, the coffee bug issue. So it's
bugging you.
It is. The coffee bug is bugging. It's the coffee berry borer, an invasive species that is devastating their operations.
Yeah.
There on the Big Island.
And
the coffee growers.
No, it really is bad. So.
Yeah. So we gotta get rid of that thing. Especially me. I just started drinking coffee, so this is actually relevant to me. I was like, hey, get rid of the bug.
You start drinking coffee, maybe you have to stop. Who knows?
No,
how come you stopped it? How come you stopped coffee? Stop coffee because the coffee bean, that's why.
No, actually.
The beetle. I mean the bug.
The coffee berry borer.
The berry borer. Okay, you gotta get it right. Berry borer.
And there's a picture of him in the news today.
So
get rid of that guy.
Yeah.
He's causing all kinds of undue stress to the Hawaii coffee growers.
So Hanabusa made a lot of money.
Yeah.
$500,000.
So
Shots takes in 900.
Almost a cool million.
Yeah. So the fight is on. I don't know why you guys just make you get in the same party. You know what I mean? Not like they're different parties. The Republican Party is going, yeah, baby, yeah. You're doing it for us. You're taking it one on the financial end.
Yeah. Well, and then you were talking about like the crimes and stuff. So Aaron Hernandez, that was a huge story all this week in the news, and this will continue to be a big story. It's just, and then of course there was another story in the news from the New England Patriots about one of their players got a DUI
and they went, and this is what happened according to Jay Leno. The Patriots said, "Wow, just DUI? That's all it was? Oh, great! Wow, that's exactly the way he said it last night, Jay Leno.
That's actually
only DUI? Oh, wow, boy, we're lucky."
That's funny. I didn't think about it that way.
Well, but think about this. Now it's at the forefront, right? Of crime in the NFL, right? So now they took the figure up. The guy comes out from the back on the Jay Leno show. He goes, "Yeah, not only has this happened, but there was another guy that punched another guy, got into it. So now it's up to 34 NFL. 34 NFL professionals in crime getting arrested or something." And you go, oh boy, that's a big sports story.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, I mean, if you think about the NFL, probably football. I mean, football is it's a violent sport.
Yeah, yeah.
You
So
gotta
violent
be-
sport requires violent people, right? And,
Exactly.
and we have some.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to. You want to keep the violence on the field.
Oh, well.
You don't want to take it into your
and
off-field.
that's why they have
operations.
officials, because when you keep the violence on the field, they throw the flag up, and you got a penalty.
Right, and they're trying to, of course, make the game less violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since we've kind of meandered into sports and stuff like that, let's take a musical break, and we'll be right back with more. I'm Kimo Kahoano.
And this is Ikai Kahoano.
Along with Leilani Kupahu Marino coming up, our special guest, and Min, and we're all here for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's Aloha Friday Morning Radio Show. Thank you for joining us.
Credit list.
You got any other sports?
Yeah.
Raising Aloha, that's a great sound. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Yeah. And they were on the Hoku Awards. Just some great stuff. Legacy. What a great group led by Zanik Kapala Lindsay and Kimo Aris, and aloha to them, Kapala.
That's a good song.
Yeah. Raising Aloha, so easy, so smooth. I'm Kimo Kahoano,
And this is Ikai Kahoano.
along with Leilani Kupahu Marino, who is our cultural diva. As a matter of fact, let's go right to culture. Okay.
Ooh.
So we were mentioning about the hook. You see
Right.
the hook.
Yeah.
Okay. The hook in a song. No, the real hook. Okay, Hawaiian style. Leilani.
So we were talking about the hook that was made over for your piece said logo, Manaya Kalani, which is Maui's hook, and so we want to give credit to Puali'i Puali'i Okukuna Okala. Ooh, couldn't even get out
It's early.
this morning.
Unaokala.
Yes, Kim over at PSED. He was the one
Okay.
who designed that. So
Oh,
it
you
sits
trying
right there.
to give the full name.
Oh my
eh?
gosh!
Oh yeah.
Well, and it just didn't want to come
Gotta
out.
be ready, girl.
Oh, but
you gotta
Paul-
say those
let's just
big
say
Hawaiian
Puali.
names,
No, but
man.
Puali Kim over
Yeah.
at PSED.
Yeah.
And then so that goes back to the old Maui demigod.
Uh-huh.
It was used as the fish hook to pull out Maui out of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a great story. One of the greatest
Yes.
stories, right?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Oh, wake up, Leilani.
Okay.
And, and we also wanted to mention Leimomi Akana had sent in a little announcement for Paku'ialua.
Okay.
They're having today from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at King Intermediate School in Kaneohe a selling of housewares, clothing, books, and things. So we wanted to just put a shout out to everyone if you have a chance to
Okay.
stop by there.
Great.
That'd be great.
Okay. Ikaika,
Yes.
you said you had something.
I do have sports.
you wanted
So-
to talk
Well,
about.
there's a couple things. Of course, that happened this week that transpired in the world of sports.
Oh yeah, like what?
Well, of course, I follow NBA
Okay.
to a T.
Okay.
And Dwight Howard's now going to the Rockets.
Yeah.
And
That
your
was
thought-
big this week.
That was big. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are, we'll see what happens. Yeah, because Houston got him. They got who's the guy? Chinese guy?
Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy
Yeah,
Lin?
yeah.
So-
Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Oh,
Big difference.
related to Taiwan on.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And then, of course, they have James Harden.
uh-huh. So we'll see what happens.
The beard. Fear the
The
beard.
beard, fear the beard, baby.
That's right. So that's happening in Houston. So Lakers are left with a pretty much, older guy team.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting what happens next
But
season.
he gets paid big money, so.
But
who cares?
it is kind of cool that these superstars kind of move around. I don't know. It keeps things spicy and interesting.
Uh-huh.
You never know what's going to happen. But I think the LA Clippers with Doc are
Yeah.
going to be pretty solid this season. So I'm
Okay.
happy to see that. Not happy about Meta World Peace being amnestied from the Lakers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're kind of kicking him out of the team basically
Well.
to free up salary space for 2014. So
Yeah, it's
wasn't
all about
happy
money.
about that.
It's all about money. We thought it was about b-ball. It's about money.
Well,
Okay,
it
quick.
got me thinking. His name, is Ron Artest, but he changed
Yeah.
to Meta World Peace.
Okay.
If you could change your name to something like that, what would you change it to?
I wouldn't change my name at this particular point.
Well, I mean, but if it just hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically, I think like Larry Ellison would be a good name. Larry Ellison.
No, but something fun.
Mr. Microsoft would be good.
I don't know.
Chemo Kellogg.
That
I'm just going for the big ones, okay?
you get, but a phrase
A phrase?
like Meta World Peace. It's kind of a phrase.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. That would be
No,
good.
no.
That would be cool.
Okay, here we go. Speaking of that, guy passed away.
Who?
This guy who invented the twister.
The game twister?
Yeah, the game Twister. He was the father of 9. Okay?
That'll make you twister.
Yeah, Charles Chuck Foley invented the twister in the 60s and 70s. It was this big wonderful game. And so he was 82 years old. Okay, he died July 1st at a care facility in Minneapolis.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
So
just goes to show you,
Yeah.
invent cool games and play them,
Course, sir.
you'll live to a long life of 82.
yeah, there you go. And a happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday, Bill Cosby.
Oh.
Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby. You know how he talks, Bill Cosby.
You know, that's one impression that I have a hard time doing. Is
Yeah,
Cosby.
it's hard because I saw him in Vegas, Caesar's Palace many
Oh
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And he just came out with a chair and he talked like this, and I'm going, this guy is making millions. It's Bill Cosby. He's making millions doing this stuff and over-announcing once in a while.
And eating the Jello pudding pop.
Yeah. Yeah. So Bill is once again 76 years old.
And he was recently here. He did a
Yes.
Yeah.
show. And a
that
free
show.
and a free meet and greet over there at the Blaisdell.
Wow.
Nice, yeah, cool guy.
Singer Christine McVie,
Oh,
Fleetwood
gosh, that
Mac.
goes back.
Wait, she's 70.
Wow.
Wow.
Christine McVie is 70. She's still singing.
She was so hot when we were in high school in the
Yeah,
70s.
she was hot. Well, we were
She's
in high
Stevie-
school.
Stevie Nicks.
Sounds like a song, yeah? Let's see now. Fitness guru Richard Simmons.
Oh my goodness.
He's
See him?
65. He's finally 65. He's
Sweat.
legal in some places to retire. Not in Hawaii, evidently.
Still sweating to
I
the
wonder if
oldies.
he's,
Yeah.
and with his headband,
Richard
his
Simmons.
sweatband.
Headband. How could he have been that famous and still, carried it on?
Right?
He did.
Well, he had
Okay.
a
He's
personality.
icon.
It was
Yeah.
very
So
an anomaly at that time.
here's somebody that I happen to work with in television.
Okay.
Cheryl Ladd.
Yeah, One West Waikiki.
Yep. She is 62.
Ooh,
years
Charlie's
old.
Angels.
Okay. Yep. Cheryl Ladd is 62. And celebrating her birthday today, Cheryl Ladd. Happy birthday! So cute. Gospel singer Sandy Patty, very famous. 57 years old today.
Oh, yes.
Let's see now. Lisa Nicole Carson from Ally McBeal is 44 years old today.
Oh, Ally McBeal.
Anybody from the 70s show, actor Topper Grace?
Yeah.
Topher Grace?
Yeah, I know
is
who you're talking about.
35 years old. At least you know.
Well, he's my age too.
Okay. And here's somebody that's 22.
Probably why I know.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember
show.
Malcolm in the Middle? Eric Sullivan from the cast. Eric Sullivan is 22 years old today.
Yeah.
Must have been a young kid.
That's true. Well, I have two brothers and I'm Ikaika in the middle.
There you go. Yes, you are
Well,
in the middle.
One more thing I want to say about sports. Real quick.
Are you kidding me? Hurry up.
Wrigley Field, they're supposed to get a Jumbotron. They're the last big sports arena that's getting a Jumbotron. And I was made me think about Kaleo and the Makani girls because they live in Chicago, and I was wondering what their take on that would be.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a big one.
Well, I actually saw a game in Wrigley Field, so that's
Yeah.
kind of,
Oh, you saw the game?
Yeah, I saw a game in Wrigley Field. Probably
Okay.
one of the greatest baseball games I've ever had
Okay.
the opportunity to witness, and
Okay.
got lucky to see it.
Oh.
And I don't think they need a Jumbotron there, and a lot of the people, there's a reason they don't have one yet.
Why?
Because the people don't want it. They want to keep it nostalgic.
Well, and you look at and it's one of the oldest fields, and it
Yeah,
still
exactly.
has the wooden structure.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
for the stands.
It's
and everything,
awesome.
So,
And
yeah.
besides that, you got iPhones and
Right.
smartphones in the audience.
Right.
Everybody's turning your phone around and you're making your own picture. Come
Right.
on.
So
Who
it's not-
cares? Who cares? We passed by the technology.
So it's not guaranteed yet,
Yeah.
but you know.
It's like
Hope they don't do it.
CDs. It's like CDs. People talk about CDs. CDs are over. Okay. So you know how you know CDs are over? Because Costco is not going to carry CDs. Okay.
Wow.
When Costco is not going to carry CDs, is there money in it? No. But you can sell the CDs at your gigs.
That's true.
Okay?
That is true.
That's it. It's just technology. It's just timing. It's going to the future. We have no choice. I'm Kimo Kahuano.
And this is Ikaika Kawano.
Along with Leilani Kupaho Marina,
Aloha.
our cultural diva, and Min, our village engineer, and Paul I, who's coming up, and other special guests. Meliana Meyer coming up next from Oregon, I think, or someplace far away.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Oh my gosh.
In Waipahu, Hawaii. All traditional Hawaiian, all the time at AM 940 Hawaii.
This land of Aloha. I was around when, it was on the original station.
That's right, AM 1420.
Yeah, which is now sports.
Yes, yeah. Well, if it had to be
That's
something
radio.
else.
That's radio. That's life. That's
Yeah.
what happens. That's what happens. But just so beautiful, that time signal. Yeah, taking us back,
And
folks. Taking us back.
Hey, if it wasn't for 1420, I would not have been able to listen to Game 7 of the Miami Heat.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, the Heat Spurs final. So, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever that means, folks, it's on the show. Okay, so it's time for our next guest, who just giggled, and we're going to share that right now. Introduction by Ikaika.
That's right. Our next guest is a graduate of Kaiser High School and has been featured in Hollywood films, the TV shows Lost and The New Hawaii Five-0. She's a recording artist, has performed on Broadway, and also happens to be a former Miss Hawaii. Please welcome the lovely Traci Toguchi.
Oh!
Hi,
All right,
Hello.
Tracy. No need to interview. The introduction was so good. Hi, Trace. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, let's see now.
I should have said bubbly too.
She is, I was just going to say, perfect for this morning.
Yes, because we're all
We all needed bubbles.
Oh, yeah. Where's the coffee? Okay.
Breakfast.
Don't work on that day.
But I was like walking.
I walk gracefully while eating.
You're walking.
Yes.
Tracy does it all at once. Okay.
Great to have you here.
So here's a little fun fact about
Okay.
Tracy that I want to throw out there because this is probably my, I'm a big movies guy, right?
Okay,
Big
okay.
movies guy, and I don't know if you know this about Tracy. You probably do, but I happened to bump into Tracy recently, and I didn't realize, but then I looked it up, but she was the girl in Karate Kid Part 2. She was in.
You cutie.
She was the one.
Oh.
And this is huge because I'm such an '80s. She's like an '80s movie icon.
Ah.
She was the girl who rang the bell
Oh.
in Karate
She
Kid
rang
Part
the
2
bell.
during the
No.
hurricane.
Oh my
How
gosh.
wonderful.
And Danny Kamakona said
yes.
in the movie, he said, Miyagi! Miyagi! That's all he did in the whole show. That's all he was doing, yelling for Miyagi to come out.
But just because of that, Tracy has a special place in my heart because there's Jack Burton from Big
Uh-huh.
Trouble in Little China.
Okay. Jack Burton.
Jack
I
Burton.
remember Jack Burton.
Then there's the Ghostbusters, of course.
Okay.
Right.
Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Right. And then there's Karate Kid Part 1 and 2, which are tied in my opinion.
Yeah.
And if there's one person that I would have loved to have met from the movies, which is Mr. Miyagi, or Daniel
Pat
LaRusso,
Morita,
Pat Morita,
Yeah.
who I've never met,
Yeah.
and I never met Daniel LaRusso
Okay.
or Ralph Macchio,
Okay.
but I had the privilege and honor of meeting another '80s
Wow.
movie icon. Tracy.
Wow.
See.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
huge. This is
Like
huge.
your autograph
Tracy,
now.
Tracy, you don't have to say it. Oh my gosh. You got.
Just go
Can we have her talk now?
I was just going to say.
Can we have her talk?
We don't leave her.
Not the introduction.
Yeah, I
Tracy,
mean,
good morning.
Good morning.
Tracy,
morning, Tracy.
hold on.
No,
Let's
thank
just,
you.
wait a minute.
Thank you.
While he slobbers all over the place, can we just?
Here, I have a
Where did you
Thank
grow up? Where did you grow up?
Oh, Kaimuki.
Kaimuki.
Yes.
And what high school?
Well, actually, Kalani was my district, so I went there for the first 2 years, and then I got a DE for the drama program. You're talking about arts before, yeah. And then I went to Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, graduated.
So you went to Kalani and then to Kaiser.
Yes.
You know nobody gets to do that. Because they're-
Yes, I had the best of both worlds.
You're the best of both worlds.
Yes.
Certainly was.
Yeah, but Kimo, yeah, so I've known you, gosh, since like, wow. I think since I was Miss Hawaii, I think. We hosted something,
Yes,
probably some
Miss
golf
Hawaii,
tournament.
Because, and
together.
also, back in those days, I was doing radio interview show.
That's right.
That,
You
to
and
talk to
Kirkwood?
all of the Miss Hawaiis. No, in those days, it was at the Ala Moana Hotel.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so everybody came through the Ala Moana Hotel. You know, people like Debbie Nakanelua and all of the people were Miss Hawaii and the contestants, and it was a great time. It was a luncheon show. But then, of course, interviewing and being on so many different shows, you were always when you were Miss Hawaii. Of course, they got you on a schedule when you were Miss Hawaii. Huh?
Yeah, I had-
They don't tell you.
I think I made history. I had one extra month.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yes.
You had
I think
13
that
months?
is history because yes, it was in July. Usually it happens every June, the beginning
Right,
of June, but it
right.
was July that I gave up the crown.
Wow.
Yeah, because they couldn't, I guess, get the room at the Hilton. Just something simple like that.
Some technical things. You are Miss Hawaii for the longest term, only because we couldn't get the room.
No, it's because she was in the Karate Kid and she rang the bell.
no,
as well. I'm telling you.
Okay, back to him again. Okay, so
Yeah, and then Tsukima said, I saw you throughout the years, and I remember seeing Ikaika on TV,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so we never met.
Right.
All those years, and I always asked, I was like,
Yeah.
"Kimo, how's your son Ikaika?" Like, I just always ask about him.
Yeah.
And then he'd say, "Oh, he's good." And he'd like, update me.
And so how did
Yeah,
you do
right.
me?
Yeah, so
We
we
have
just
the
met
same-
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like Kahala Mall.
Excuse me, Tracy. How did you two meet? How did you meet?
Well, it's funny because the week before we met, I actually saw him at Kahala Mall.
Right.
And I was like, who's that person? Like, he doesn't look like he belongs here. He belongs like in New York City, you know, like some kind of like top model or something. And I was like, that's Ikaika, you know. And then I
And of
saw,
course,
yeah,
I was
then I
like,
met him.
That's Tracy.
No, you didn't know that was
No,
me.
she
No,
didn't.
you didn't even know.
That was you.
No, I was in the car.
Oh, okay.
You looked at me though. You
Well, the
looked at
second
me.
time then, which was the first time for me.
Yeah, then
Right.
the week after, then we met, and then
Ladies and gentlemen,
and
welcome
then-
to a totally different kind of interview.
you know, so,
One you will never experience probably in your lifetime. Only at this show, I somehow lost focus. I used to do this show. Yeah, now it's being done by Traci Toguchi and Ikaika and Leilani in the middle, giggling. So anyway,
Well, you know, here's my story how I met Tracy because I came to meet Kimo at Safeway.
Right.
We were going to have our coffee.
That's
and
where
there's
all
Tracy.
the couples meet.
I know.
At Safeway.
So we come in, that's about 3 years ago, and there is Tracy and Kimo about 6 inches from the computer screen, and I realize what she's doing. She's interviewing him, her question of the day.
Yes.
And they're staring into the computer, talking and laughing, and it was so sweet of
Yeah.
how she was interviewing. So I realized her office is versatile.
Yes.
You're everywhere.
she can interview any place.
Yes,
like
it's
right after this show,
fabulous.
folks, after we're over. We're going to do a
Line up
little interview.
downstairs.
we're gonna do that interview
And then,
shot.
you know, then all kinds of things happen. Tracy, now you're working. We got to get to this, which is New Hope Oahu Christian Fellowship. You're
Yes.
working on something that's very special coming up.
Yes, they have this community cares ministry which oversees like marriage counseling. They even like widows support, divorce, people going through divorce, fibromyalgia. I mean, just the whole
Wow.
gamut. Yeah, and so they're doing their first health fair. And because I have professional experience doing that, they asked if I could help out. So I'm like, of course, you know, it's definitely. And then seniors, they wanted to focus on seniors, and that was my platform as Miss Hawaii. So it just all like just came, you know, everything
Wow.
that I have been doing just is for this. And I just it's just kind of just flowing, you know.
Okay, so tell everybody where the Community Care Senior Health Fair.
Okay, right. So
It's
it's
gonna
like
be happening.
New Hope Oahu, which of course, you know, Pastor Wayne Cordero.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes, it started off as
We know
a
Pastor
whisper.
Wayne.
Now it's, you know,
Yeah.
largest
Oh.
growing churches. So we were at Farrington. Now it's at Sand Island.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it'll be
really? Okay.
there, Sand Island Access Road, and then yeah, it's on Grandparents' Day this year.
Wow.
Which is Sunday, September 8th.
September 8th.
6:30 in the morning because seniors like to get up early.
Right, right,
To
right.
11 o'clock. 'cause
And
we have
they'll
3
be,
services
and the
on Sunday.
seniors will be there at 6, so
Yeah.
at least at 6. And so it goes till what time?
It goes till 11. Yeah.
6 till 11. Also,
6:30 to 11,
It's
yeah.
6:30 to 11,
Yes.
so it's going to be a morning
Yes,
thing.
yes, because we have 7
Grandparents'
o'clock service, 9 o'clock service, 11 o'clock service.
Day. Wow.
Yes, and then they'll learn about Medicare. They have a lot of questions about that. A lot of them are caregivers, you know, so they're caring for their parents and their own children.
Sure.
So there's that, and there's that own stress of like self-care as well.
Wow.
So we'll have people from Project Dana. We'll have Aloha Care there. The City and County of Honolulu, their senior citizen group is coming. Yeah, so I'm just so thankful. Everyone just kind of stepping up and pitching in
Well, that's good.
to answer questions and, you know.
Wait,
It's
the
gonna be
chapel,
good.
the chapel. I remember I've been to a couple of New Hope masses, and it used to be at Farrington. Now
It's
it's
a little Catholic masses. I've been to mass.
I don't know what they're called, Catholic. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but I've been to a
Yeah, yeah.
couple. Yeah, services.
Yeah,
Services.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and then Sand Island. It's
Yeah.
at Sand Island, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, services. So now they moved.
Yes.
Well, they had to move because what happened was we did a Hawaii Stars, and we were so good we brought down the house.
Yeah, I saw that.
No, actually, what happened was there was a rainstorm, and the rainstorm. Nobody realized how heavy the rain was on the roof, and how much stress it had taken over the years, and it caved in. Fortunately, no one was there. It was not during
good.
service or anything like that. And so now we're back at Sand Island, which is a great facility.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And that's where everything happens
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
so
Where
it's,
on Sand Island?
Television.
You
everything.
know where Waihata is? I'm using landmarks. It's a very local thing. 290 Sand Island Access Road. See if I said that.
McDonald's is right on Nimitz there.
Okay.
Right down that street.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
American Corporate. I don't know.
Yes.
You know, it's
Oh,
landmarks.
it's on the right side, right, as you're going down Sand
Yes.
Island Road.
Okay.
It's on the
It's
right
just in the
side.
beginning.
Okay.
Right after you turn off.
290.
290 Sand Island. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
842-4242 is the phone number if you want to call.
842
Yes.
4242.
Yes.
Sounds familiar. No.
Yeah, and
No,
then
that's 42222. 842-4242.
No, I know what
and
you're
then
talking about. I know what you're talking about.
enewhope.org is the website.
And you know
What
what,
is it?
Pastor?
What is it?
enewhope.org.
Okay, good.
Org.
Pastor Wayne, he's so awesome. Well, he's been on Hawaii Stars, but he's just everywhere. And then they have in Oregon
Yes.
the new university, right?
In Oregon?
In Oregon. So we just talked to Melly on
No,
that.
because I thought you said they have an organ. And they put the organ, they set it up at the chapel, and no.
Let me get that pigeon out of my speech.
No, we were just
In
talking
Oregon.
to Meliana, who's in Oregon. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so you talked about Mount Hood. Yes.
Yes.
Oregon.
Yeah.
And I've been there.
Oh, you have?
Yes. And so when I was walking, I was like, it's in Oregon.
She can call it. I can tell you where it is.
So this is all good. She's going to hang with us, and
Yes,
we're there.
awesome.
And Po'ai Lincoln, wherever you are, our aloha to you, girl.
Yeah.
Because, she's just this
just
great,
waking
young,
up to
talented graduate of UH Manoa. So Po'ai is also doing summer job Wednesdays at KTUH from
Yes.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
She's
Po'ai Lincoln on the radio. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. She got her show.
Wow.
Oh, Po'ai.
Yeah, so
You-
Po'ai.
Did you hear that, girl?
So we gotta put a plug in for her. Let's get to some music,
Beautiful.
and then we have another guest. But we'll keep talking
Are
story.
we gonna play
Hey, Tracy?
one of the songs from Tracy's CD?
Oh.
Yes, we gotta put
Yes.
the Tracy CD.
Yeah.
Do we have a song?
Okay,
Because
yeah.
Min has to put down the
Do you,
camera.
do you want it up tempo or you want? I have
Yeah.
a gospel with some Hawaiian lyrics in the.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be
Okay.
Gospel with
beautiful.
11. Yeah.
11.
I
Especially since we're
11.
talking. Oh,
We have
beautiful.
we have DJ. We have the best engineer. Min is the best engineer.
He is. He's on
He's
the
got
spot.
camera in one hand,
I know.
CD in
I didn't know
another,
when I see
working
how
the
he's
board.
doing this. I thought there was like this whole hookup, you know.
His skills
He
are
is a
unmatched.
hookup.
Yes. There's nobody.
Although his
There's
shirt-
nobody like Min.
His shirt is kind of scary
That's
this
right.
morning.
No, it's not. It's
Why?
awesome. It's the Punisher.
Well-
if you're into Marvel comics. and
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Marvel
Yeah.
Comics. It's the old days.
I was not.
Yeah.
There's a new Wolverine movie.
Pretty soon, and it's so old that Costco doesn't sell the T-shirts anymore. No, I'm just spoofing a story. Earlier we said that Costco is not selling
Yes.
CDs.
No.
Yeah. So this is the first sign of the death of the CD is when Costco doesn't sell the CD.
Right.
No, actually CDs are very handy. And
Well-
there's something that you can, especially for a showcase, and
No,
you
I
want
think-
to sell your CDs. It has your music right there. It's something you have in your hand. It's
Yeah.
good.
Well, you might get.
Calling card.
They don't want you to get hepatitis from the CDs.
Huh?
Because people got
Thank you,
hepatitis
doctor.
from people got hepatitis from the berries.
Yeah,
That
okay.
you bought from-
Oh, the berries.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the berries.
Uh,
Let's not go there to the berries news because that's very bad for you.
Yeah.
Okay, but
It's a good
transition.
let's get to the music and then we'll be right back. We'll be talking about Wanalua Gardens Foundation and Prince Slot Hula Festival. I'm Kimo Kahuano.
And this is Ikai Kakahuana,
This program brought to you by
the Pacific Center for Economic Development and its Peloton companies.
Happy Aloha Friday. Yeah, amen. Amen.
Dancing.
Tracy,
Oh, no,
beautiful.
That was like-
Inspired by you.
Hey, Tracy, did you do that in service?
No, but I had a dream that I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what,
Tracy,
it's going to
wow.
happen. And can you face Min's camera? Okay, Min. So it's all the way we're going to shoot Min. Min, our engineer. Okay, not that close.
Camera to camera.
Camera to camera.
Surrender.
So good. What a beautiful,
You
beautiful
can tell
song.
that she lives her life surrendered.
Oh, that's
Young
beautiful,
lady.
man. Wow.
That
Wow,
was-
Tracy.
Tracy, did you sing that song in service? No, but I had a dream that I did. That's great.
Oh, because guess what? That's exactly
Great.
what it sounded like. Where did you record it?
Oh, that was I recorded the vocals. Oh, in LA.
In LA.
Yeah,
it's got
yeah.
such
Wow.
And then some musicians were there, and
Wow.
yeah, Daniel
Awesome.
Ho actually helped me get the musicians.
Daniel
to sing.
Ho!
Yes, yeah, because I wrote the lyrics and the melody, and then he wrote the harmony, and then got the
Wow.
musicians there, and yeah, and I was just like, I had this I could hear it in my head, but it's hard to say
Yes.
it, especially because it was
right.
my first production. But yeah, he just helped me to just bring it to life, and
Well, see,
got
that's what
mastered.
creativity is all
Was,
about.
Yes.
was
Yeah.
Steven Seagal at the studio? No, I said it.
And now the news. Okay.
When I was recording in LA, Steven
yeah.
Seagal was in the adjacent studio.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a mountain of a man, and he was wearing a blue kimono. It was probably bulletproof, and I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, you're Steven Seagal. Why are you at a recording studio?" I said, "My mom loves your movies." And he stands up, and he's just this mountain of a man. He goes, puts his arm out, which is like a 5 of my hands.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he's like,
huge hands and everything.
thank you.
And
nice
he's
to
an
meet you.
Aikido, evidently an Aikido expert.
He's a Aikido master. He's a 7th Dan in Aikido.
Yeah, seventh dan in Aikido.
But things you didn't know about Steven Seagal? He's also a singer, a songwriter.
Okay.
Anyways, I just thought that when she said she recorded in LA, that made me think of that.
So-
Okay, come back here.
So when Tracy-
Excuse me.
Yes.
Everybody come back. We have a gentleman on the telephone.
Oh,
line.
Oh, thank
Okay, and he's
you.
been waiting patiently.
that's right.
And what he's going to talk about is something that's very interesting for our community also. So Tracy can join in the conversation. Ikaika, your introduction.
That's right. Our next guest is the executive director and president of the Moanalua Gardens Foundation, who have coming up on July 20th the Huaka'i o Kamananui, the 36th annual Prince Lot Hula Festival, which is the largest non-competitive hula celebration in Hawaii. Please welcome Alika Jamil.
Aloha, Alika.
Aloha, Alika.
Oh, welcome to the program. Now, first of all, congratulations on all the hard work, because you.
It really is due to a tremendous.
2 questions I never got to ask Block.
What?
Well, maybe you know the answers, but how do you get his name? Where did Block come from?
Oh, now you gotta wait to go see him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was too cute.
You gotta wait to go see him.
You gotta go see him.
Or either that, or before the August concert, we have him back on the radio.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
also the other
Oh, sorry.
question was, what inspired him to write Moonlight Lady? That's a beautiful song.
Oh, what a song, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so Moonlight Lady was written by Carlos Andrade.
Okay.
Okay, and Carlos wrote this song because when we did the interview, he was going to Kauai and surfing and having a good time. So what do you do for money? You go work in a kalo patch.
Oh, wow.
Help them, take care of the kalo. So he did that, and one day, night, kind of the end of the day, the moonlight shined down on this girl who was working the
Working
kalo.
the lo'i.
Yeah, working the lo'i. Yeah.
Oh,
How's that, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, and
Moonlight Lady. How's that? And the rest
And the
is
rest is
history.
history, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
that was great.
Yes. And we have 2 beautiful ladies right here in the studio. Min, please.
Bless
Okay,
your heart.
the 2 lovelies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Former Miss Hawaii, Traci Toguchi.
An
is
honorary
here with
Miss
us.
Hawaii here.
And of course,
I haven't been asked, but never been
You
down
can be
that
honorary.
Gula.
path. No, I
cultural
actually have been
people.
asked if I was a Miss Hawaii or
'cause you
was
have
I
the heart.
Kanoi?
You have
Oh,
the
thank
heart,
you.
yeah, and the
But
beauty.
no.
No.
It's an honor
No,
to sit
you have
next
your
to.
own title. You are in charge of yourself.
Yes, I am. That's a
Okay,
big enough
ladies,
job.
those of you going to work now, you are in charge of
That's
yourself.
right.
And that makes you a title holder.
That's
Okay?
right. We put a
Okay.
shell around us and we have to take care
Because
of ourselves.
you don't want the stress that Tracy had to go through
No.
trying to be Miss Hawaii. I mean, that was a
3
whole
years.
bunch of, 3 years you
years.
entered?
To win, yeah.
3 years you entered?
Yes, I was first runner-up the first 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So right out of high school, I won the Miss Vacations Hawaii pageant.
Oh, no kidding. Vacations Hawaii pageant.
2 weeks before I was
Did
going
you
off
go
to
to
school
Vegas?
in LA. No, I didn't. I went
You
to
didn't go to
Atlantic
Vegas?
City and New York, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But and then I won in the state. I won the talent award and then first runner-up. And everyone said, "Oh, you got to do it again."
What
but I
did
just moved to LA.
What did you do for the talent?
I sang. The first year I sang, "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman."
Oh, yeah.
And that's
gotta
when
sing that
That's when
here
someone
now.
turned on their phone,
Can
and then
you
all,
sing?
then all the sound, the
'cause
speakers
you
exploded.
sang that with a hard sound. It wasn't with this Tracy Taguchi smile sound. Check this.
Better yet, can you sing those few
Excuse me,
lines for all
Leilani,
us
can you-
women? For us women.
Let Tracy sing
Oh
the
my
song.
God, it's been a long time since I sang that
Just
song.
part of it. Just part of it. Not much. Just part.
Before the day I met you, life was so unkind. You're the key to my peace of mind. 'Cause you make me feel.
Oh yeah.
You make me feel.
Oh yes.
You make me feel like a natural woman.
Oh yeah.
Yes, for all the Wahine.
Oh, so good.
Tracy.
Trace, that was so terrific. And Tracy,
Now we're awake.
Tracy, anything else happening for you that you want to share?
Oh, I just wanted to mention I'm not the official spokesperson, but the convoy of Hawaii, yeah, free.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be giving groceries out to homeless.
Oh, wow.
Haircuts, free haircuts.
Wow.
Massages
Wait, my head down
too.
there.
Wait, it's the
Honolulu
homeless.
Stadium, Aloha Stadium. Yeah, Aloha Stadium.
Not for-
Aloha Stadium.
Not the thrifty guys. Kaika made himself laugh. Kaika made himself laugh.
Kaika's thrifty and homeless thrifty.
And the Leeward Kapolei Fairgrounds next to Walmart. So HawaiiConvoy.org.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, so no ID required.
Saturday, July 27th, 10 a.m.
Yeah, they
Little
get
stage.
massages too, because you know when they're pushing those
Right, right.
carts and lugging all their
Yeah.
things. So it's just a way to really like honor them and make them feel comfortable and
Cool.
help to provide.
Yeah, that's great.
That's July 27th as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Community Care Senior Health Fair, once again, September 8th. Be there. You're going to enjoy it. And it's going to be early in the morning
Fun,
out at
games.
New Hope.
Yes.
It's going to be like from
6:30.
6:30.
Yes.
Okay. Which means for all of you seniors, 5 o'clock. Okay.
Well, and anything else that you want to know about Tracy, you can obviously go to her website, tracytoguchi.com. I mean,
Oh,
it's
cool.
Tracy with an
curriculum
I.
vitae.
Tracy with an I.
Yeah, Tracy with an I. Tracy
Okay.
Toguchi. Traci.
See, I know what